Yo, 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 yo. What it do? It's your boy Talents 860 chilling with.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Anthony here, Star Flag Media Gaming.
Yeah, man. So we back with another one. And I wanted to say watch us on Rumble, check us out on YouTube. Thank you everybody who liked, subscribed, shared, and is viewing in and tuning in with us.
Yeah, thank you guys. Our Concord video really took off. We're over 3,000 views. For us, that's a big deal. And we're almost up to the 3,000 subscriber mark in the last, wow, man, 14 days.
Yeah, man, we be trying, man. So we appreciate
Every
y'all
once in a
first and
while, we hit a
foremost.
every once in a while we hit one out of the park, and it looks like the Concord video was that. Hopefully, this week you guys are gonna enjoy because we've got another Sony fiasco. Not a fiasco, maybe a fiasco. We've got another major Sony announcement. How about that? So we know how Concord went down.
Yep.
We talked about in our last episode how Fur Games might go down.
Yeah, oh yeah, they gotta go down. You make that game, you make Conquer. Oh yeah, yeah. 200 mil. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sony gotta write them. They gotta write them up.
Yep.
And
So
taxes.
this might be a write-off.
Write it
You may
off.
just want to cancel this before it happens. This time we got the major announcement of the week, and it was the PlayStation Pro finally got announced.
Yeah.
We finally get the the presentation that we've been waiting for and
Yep.
rumored for like a
Yep.
year, maybe more than a year.
Yep.
And what was your great takeaway from this?
Uh, my initial thoughts was they announced the price
Yeah,
of
because let's be real, that's what we
seven
all
hundred
wanted.
dollars. Man, $700.
$700.
My initial thought, I was like, yo, this is too high. And in the group chat,
Yeah.
I was the one that delivered this news to the group chat, and I was laughing. Yo, oh my God, Sony dropped PS5 Pro, $700. This is fucking crazy, right?
It is.
And
I'm still on that train, and you kind of got off that train a little bit.
I slept on it. I slept on it now.
This is for all you Sony fanboys out there. He's got your back. He's got your
Listen,
rebuttal that doesn't make sense, but it will be your argument. You got to stick by this argument, guys, and you die on this sword. He is your Biden
listen, no.
until they get you a Harris.
I'm not a Sony pony. It's the console war. The console war is
No,
over.
he's not a console war.
The war is over. Right?
Yes.
The war is it's done. Right?
Yeah, so now Sony is fighting Sony.
So here's what I do think.
and I got a good comparison for this later after you give your
Here's what I think.
yeah.
I think this console is for the hardcore Sony gamers, just like the PS4 Pro was, and the same thing with the Xbox Series One X,
Yeah.
X, whatever,
X and S.
advanced shit. Yeah, their Pro
Even
version.
now, yeah, even now. The X and S.
So one, this console isn't for me, but I recently just gave my son my PlayStation 5.
Yep.
I am in the market for a new console
Did you get the
slash
Slim?
PC, and
Yeah.
I got options.
You have
So-
options, especially when you're gonna dump at least $700 at the minimum.
Yeah,
At
so
the minimum.
At the minimum, I got options. So now, why this console may work for me is because I do like fidelity and all of that.
Yeah.
But I only play one major game
Yeah.
every year, which is Call of Duty.
That's true. It is your Call of
And-
Duty box more than anything.
And then
Every once in a while,
every other year,
Spider-Man,
one year is always another
Horizon.
game.
Yeah. There's
So
always
I
one that
got
gets
one of
you.
those.
Yeah.
So, and it's usually those Sony titles.
Right. Something exclusive, something first party that you feel like is worth the money.
So that
Like-
it might be for me. Now,
Something that I didn't mean to interrupt. Something that I didn't think about that was also we talked about Concord a little bit. That was like a major flop for them. Another reason why I think the game flopped majorly was also because it was $70 versus when you think about like what you get with Overwatch, for example, or Star
which
Wars
is
100,
free,
those are free. Those are free shooter games.
yeah,
hero
yeah.
shooters.
They
So
should have
now
charged.
you're paying The most that game should have cost was $20. They thought they had another
20 would have been
Helldivers.
20 would have been too cheap. I think 40 would have been fine.
Yeah, 40 would have been okay. Anyway, but yeah,
But
I think
you just brought that up.
Yeah,
so
I think
now
that
I'm on a tangent.
Yeah.
Astrobot.
Yeah.
How much are they
Astrobot.
charging for that?
Full price, yeah, they're charging full price.
It's getting good reviews though.
It is getting good reviews, and it's not selling as hot as they thought it would.
Yeah.
But that's because that game's market is on Nintendo. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, it's a
family friendly game,
friendly
a platformer,
yeah.
beautiful to look at, gorgeous.
It do look good.
It looks fantastic.
It do look good.
It's been in discussion with some people for Game of the Year already.
Wow.
I haven't played it.
I haven't played it neither.
But okay, anyway.
So
go back to the PS5 Pro.
So back to the PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So I'm thinking at first, I'm like, yeah, this is too expensive. Now I'm thinking like, you know what? What games do I actually play?
Yeah.
Which I mentioned before, Call of Duty and the occasional first party
single cinematic experience.
Yeah. So I think it could do well. The reason I think it could do well with hardcore gamers, hardcore Sony fans.
Look, I don't think the system's gonna flop. This is gonna sell out. And it's gonna get its audience in the first 90 days. It's gonna be scalped. First of all, it's gonna be scalped. The people who want it and that fear of missing out, they're gonna buy it at whatever price the scalpers put it at. I won't be surprised to see it over 1,000. I won't be surprised to see it near 2. I really won't. Depending on what they bundle it with. But my thing is, and it's $700 for just a digital console. So we were talking about who is this for? It's for the hardcore. And do hardcore gamers only play digital games? We're probably the only ones that want physical games. So, of course, what Sony decided to do was sell the drive separately.
I'm going to raise my hand. As much as I love the idea of owning hard physical games,
Yep.
Pause.
Yeah.
In practice, in reality,
You don't do it.
I go home and
you don't want to go to GameStop. You don't want to go to
I
Walmart.
don't do it. I don't do it.
No, but yeah.
I'm being real. I'm being real.
So that's another reason for you not to care about it. But you're not the audience then. You're definitely not the audience.
But what I would do, so I think it comes with what, 2 terabytes?
2 terabyte hard drive.
Instead of
not bad.
Instead of buying the $80 hard drive, knowing me and my dumb ass for how much space Call of Duty takes, I'd probably spend the $80 and buy another internal
terabyte or whatever.
SSD.
So that was another thing that I wanted to mention later on. I guess we'll mention it now that you mentioned the hard drive. Was like adding 2 terabytes of hard drive. All that did was make Activision go, So you're saying we can make our games bigger?
Yeah.
So you're saying we could add another 100 gigs of unoptimized crap,
Mm-hmm.
and just so we can put raw data on it. And don't get me wrong, guys. I know that 4K resolution is like they're gigantic files, and I get that. I know that. But damn, these games are just ridiculous nowadays with the size files.
But all right, so boom. So now,
So
for me,
So yeah, back to the thing though. It's $80 more for the disc drive.
yeah.
So if you're a person that likes to buy your physical games, or even goes to Amazon and gets them delivered at midnight or whatever, whatever, the next morning at 8 a.m., which is what they do now, day one. So you're Amazon, you get your physical disc. So you got to now at the base, you're coming in at $780.
Yep.
And if you want to save space on your shelf and you want to stand your PS5 vertically, they
You
sell
use your old stand.
So I'm not 100% sure if it's proprietary yet, because the dimensions are not the same as the PS5. It is slightly slimmer. It is slightly slimmer than the PS5.
I think that stand, I was told, well,
So the dimensions, I'm not clear on this.
Yeah.
I'm not clear on this, but from what I looked at the dimensions, it's not the exact same. So let's just go at face value for now and say that you have to buy a stand if you want it vertically. You don't obviously have to.
yeah.
But it's what, $20-$30 for that thing?
I have no idea. I believe they said 30.
And what if you decide you don't want it and you want to trade it back to the GameStop?
Oh yeah. So here's the crazy thing. Um, I'm selling my house. I'm cleaning out all the cupboards and all that type of stuff. And I see my extra. I had a extra stand,
Stand. Mm.
and I took a picture of it. I sent it to the group chat because I'm like, yo, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh wow. I could have this stand and sell this. I could bring this stand to GameStop. They'll give me 5 cents for it. And then
Yep.
they'll turn around and they'll
Resell it.
resell it for 20.
Yep.
And there you go.
Or
But
they'll say we don't take it.
oh, we don't take it. Yeah.
But if
just
you want to give it to us, then they
just
put it on the shelf anyway.
hold on to your old stands, bro. That's it. When you
Yeah,
trade
it
in
may
your,
it may work if you have a PS5 and you already have a stand. If this is your first PS5 console that you're purchasing, because another thing we were saying is this probably, if you're like a hardcore, I have to have the strongest system, and you had an Xbox Series X. Well, now the PS5 Pro will be the strongest console, most powerful console, right?
Yeah.
So if you do come in as a first-time buyer, you got to buy the stand separately.
yeah.
And then, not to mention, Sony is still trying to push the VR headset they don't make games for anymore. and, and that
I think outside of the
PS whatever handheld that they came out with.
that kind of sold well though.
Yeah, initially, and now it's dead.
But
Because they got their market, and this is what the PS5 Pro is going to do.
yeah, they got their market for the handheld.
But
that's not even a handheld. It's a handheld, but it's not.
It's a streaming device.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's a streaming. It's a screen.
It wasn't a flop.
It was a flop because they lost money on it. Don't you can fact check that. I know it lost money, but yeah. So I still think it's too overpriced, and you think it's in line because you believe that you can't purchase a PC for the same price point. Is that right?
So no, so my thing is the reason why I think it's a good price. It's set reasonably well because of what you're getting as far as with the fidelity.
Right.
They want 4K. They said that 75% of the PlayStation fan base, they're playing the games on performance mode.
Right.
So a lot of the people they like the frames.
Yeah.
They like the higher frame rates, and
Sure.
that's what they're noticing. And I believe they noticed that since the PS4 Pro, and they started making those initial pivots. And I think this PS5 Pro is what we're getting from their research.
That's nice. You're being super generous. I think this is, and we talked about this briefly before going on camera. I think this is Sony turning into Apple, and they're just reselling you the same crap from last year, and now you're saying it's shiny and new. If you all have a PS5 right now, and you still have the box, go look at it. It claims that it does up to 8K gaming. It claims that it does 4K, 60 frames per second, right on the box. None of that is true. It's all marketing hype. So one of the things that I noticed is in their marketing campaign for this, it says up to 60 frames per second 4K, up to 45% more GPU power, which is nice if you ever get a game that actually reaches those heights, up to. Now, bang for your buck. You're getting a PC, you're building one, you're getting the GPU, everything first party. It will cost you around $1,000. It'll cost you close to $980 or so if you want to get the equivalent gaming experience that Sony is offering you with the PS5 Pro. Now, with the added advantage of it being a PC. If you go secondhand market and you get yourself brand new everything except the GPU, you can get it for around $680 to $700. So it's in line with their product.
Off camera, you told me 650.
680, I said. Not only did I say 680, I'm pretty sure it's in the group chat at 680. So,
but again, not everything is brand new.
Just the GPU being secondhand, and you get the added advantage of it being a PC. So you're not just gaming on it anymore. This thing does everything else, all your applications, all your work. If people are working from home, it does everything. Video editing. That's the reason I got into a PC, was because I wanted better video editing from my old laptop. And now I have the advantage of not needing a PS5.
Yeah.
Because I have my PS5. Now I've got a RTX 3080, which isn't the most brand new graphics card, and it outperforms what the PS5 Pro does. The GPU that I had prior to this, that I originally bought,
you're one of the few PC gamers who actually have the hardware in your rig to,
because I came in fresh into it because I wanted to buy a PC. I came in fresh into it. I mean, if I was somebody who already owned the PC and all I had to do was swap out my GPU, which now I know I can do, in 4 years when the PS6 comes out, or the next Xbox, whatever they decide to call it, it's going to cost me $400 to $500 to swap out my GPU to the next one.
That's a lot.
It'll be way less than whatever the next consoles are going to be, because what you mentioned in the group chat was a very real possibility.
What was that?
That the next generation, we might be looking at $800 systems.
Yeah. I think so. All right, you are right. I did say that, and I not believe that it could be 800. It could be 700.
I think 7 is the base now.
I think 7 is definitely the base. Because each generation we had those incremental jumps, except for that PS3, which went crazy, right? So that was the anomaly.
The 2 to the 3 was a big jump.
Yeah, that was the anomaly.
Yeah, that was a big jump.
Right? But like
1 to 2, big. 2 to 3, big. And then it kind of got better.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
but
PS4 was better, but it was not that much better.
Yeah, but like, but same thing with the Xbox.
Yeah.
And the 360.
Yeah, big jump.
It's like like $100 more, right?
Yeah. When it originally debuted, it was $100 more.
Yeah, it was like $100 more.
Yeah. Which means get ready for a $400 Nintendo Switch too.
The PS4 dropped for $399 or $2.
It was $399. Yeah, $399, and then the Pro came out, and they
$499.
It was $399, and then they price dropped the PS4 regular to $299, which is what I thought Sony was going to do with this. I thought they were.
So I thought the PS4 Pro was
$399 at launch.
So what was and the PS4 was
$399 at launch. So they price dropped the original PS4 $100 when the Pro came out to $299. So to avoid any dead air to the folks out there.
Sorry guys, I'm I gotta fact check him in real time.
He's about to learn that I'm not wrong about this, and he's
I gotta fact check him in real time.
So let's put a time clock here.
Because he be capping sometimes.
He's gonna leave the mic like this and put a time clock for him to check that what I said is true.
Okay, so he's not capping.
Not capping. If I don't know, I usually say I'm not sure. Or you could be right. And that happens more often than I like to admit.
Yeah. Sometimes you like to leave the back door open.
Pause. So, anyway, the point that I thought was going to happen for the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, I really thought Sony was going to come in at like $599. I didn't expect it to be $499. But I thought they were going to come in at the $599 mark and drop the regular PS5 price $100, so that now you have like an entry-level PS5 for like the normies, and then the rest of us would get like a reason to upgrade.
Yeah, so I feel you on that, and I agree with you. Pause. But like,
it's okay to agree with
the PS5, the slim PS5 was the price cut. Technically.
Yeah. So just get rid of the old stock, keep the slim on the shelves.
Yep.
At that price cut, and the PS5 Pro comes in at $100 more. That's what I really thought was going to happen.
That was I think the slim was the price cut.
Yeah, well,
they got rid of the hard drive. They kept it the same price. They gave it more memory. It was smaller.
Which is BS because they had a digital version of the regular PS5.
Yeah,
So
which was $100, which was $100 less.
right, so they could have done the same thing.
Yeah,
Sony is turning into Apple, and I'll say this. Even what's scarier is they aren't Apple because
they're trying to position themselves to be the Apple of gaming,
and that's a problem because gamers are fickle. We love being Mr. Sony and Mr. Xbox, but the vast majority of us, man, we will drop a system. You don't believe that shit? Ask people that bought a Wii and didn't buy a Wii U. Ask people that bought, that were big Nintendo fans, and only the most hardcore of hardcore people went on and bought a Wii U. Ask the most hardcore Sega fan how many Dreamcasts sold.
Yeah.
How many Saturns sold. There was 9 million of them.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's your audience for Sega. Which makes me... the gaming community is real different, man. We turn on companies like that. Look at what's happening with Ubisoft right now. Look how... they learned with Concord. Look, they learned with that shit. They learned.
Ubisoft, man.
Ubisoft's on the chopping block, guys.
Yeah.
Ubisoft's on the chopping block.
Yeah. We might have to.
Yeah, that might be our next video. With that said, we're closing in. Yeah, we got about 9 minutes left in the show. So, PS5 Pro final thoughts.
All right, so boom. I'll say this. I am thinking about buying it. I have 1 foot in, and I still have 1 foot out, and that's only because I still want to build a PC, and I'm trying to rationalize who I am as a gamer. I only play one game, Call of Duty.
That's available on everything.
That's available. Yeah, I only play one game, and the other first party Sony titles that I like are also coming to PC.
They are all on PC, and if you do play Call of Duty on PC, you're gonna do 4K 120 frames per second.
Yeah, but I'm not. But I'm not even playing. I'm
just playing
COD now in 4K. I played it.
But you will be able to.
I played in 1080 120.
But you'll be able to.
Yeah, it's possible that I'll be able to if I with this PC that
now you'll be able to upgrade your monitor and everything.
Money.
So I mean, then why? Yeah, but if you're gonna get a PS5 Pro, then it makes no sense if you're not gonna upgrade your monitor.
Yeah, I bought my monitor as a placeholder for
what you were
a 4K 120 monitor once they're cheaper. Yeah. I haven't looked at the prices on monitors now. Yeah. Maybe they came down.
You can do a UHD, so 1440p, pretty high up.
That's what I got.
That's my monitor 1080, but okay, yeah, if you got
no. So for me to play COD in 120 frames on the PS5,
you gotta put it on
1080.
Gotcha. Understood.
But yeah, I got a 1440, 144 hertz LG,
beautiful, yeah.
Gaming monitor, and it's a good monitor.
Oh, so then you can max that out at least.
Yeah, I can max that out. Mm-hmm. I think I am on the wait and see. I think it'll sell. I think it'll do okay, man. I think it's gonna do okay. I think it'll do okay.
I don't know how many people upgrade. I don't know the numbers, but I don't know how many people upgraded from the PS4 to the PS4 Pro.
I don't know that neither. But I'm not one of those people that
I'm assuming it was
just to upgrade.
I'm assuming it was profitable enough for Sony, because with these Pro systems, I think these are the ones that they're actually selling at a profit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like when they launch a console that we know they lose money on every system sold. Man.
And Xbox don't sell consoles, so maybe that's why we look at an Xbox Pro.
Yeah, they said the X is their Pro. So, and here's the thing. It's not going to make a difference in the big scheme of things, because this generation, every game is still going to be developed for that Series S in mind if they're going to do multi-platform. And so everything else...
dragging everything else down.
So everything else is just optimized from that base. And that's usually how it goes. Back in the day when the Xbox and GameCube were more powerful than the PS2, they would make the game for the PS2 as the base.
Yeah.
And then it looked slightly better on the other systems.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking at. The presentation for me, to have these things sitting side by side, it wasn't a big enough jump in graphics for me to go, that's justifiable to spend, knowing me, I would buy the drive, even if I don't use it. because I would feel like my ADD would be like, your system's not complete.
Yeah.
My brain. That's how I work. Eventually, I'd get the drive I'd never use. That's bullshit. I would play Blu-rays on it. I do own Blu-ray discs.
Okay.
So I'd watch movies on it. But it wasn't a big enough leap in graphics. Telling me AI, artificial intelligence, and then showing me that in Ratchet and Clank the background looks better. That's nice. It's cool. But
yeah, the draw distance.
am I going to be playing the game and being like, oh my God, this draw distance, it was unplayable before?
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so go ahead, bro.
To me, it's a pass. I don't think if you have a PS5 and you're looking at dropping $800 on a console, I would say look into purchasing a PC and looking at everything, getting everything new, and maybe a secondhand GPU like an RTX 3070, which is on par with what the PS5 Pro can offer. And then in 5 years, when the PS6 comes out for $800, you can just get another GPU for $5.
And your thoughts for people who are console-less at the moment?
Get a PS5 Slim. If you're console-less at the moment, you're going to notice even less. I think you're not a hardcore gamer. I think that you're not going to care about the extra frames. I think that you're going to get the same overall experience. It'll be like owning a Genesis and a Super Nintendo. Yeah, Super Nintendo looked better. Had more colors. But if you played Mortal Kombat 2 on Genesis, it was like, it's still Mortal Kombat 2. It was still Street Fighter 2. Did the sound was a little shittier on Genesis? Yeah, it was. But I didn't know that until you put them side by side and you were like, oh, well then, yeah, this one does look better. Yeah, this one does sound better. I say PS5 Slim is good for like 90% of the people. And the PS5 Pro for the other 10% that really, really care. And that has money to just say, F it. I have FU money. I can buy whatever I want.
Yeah.
And if you got FU money, you got to spare $800, by all means, man, make your video game collection complete. Go buy yourself the variant PS5 Pro with the racing stripes.
Yeah.
And the fins on it.
Let's get it. We got I sent the meme in the group chat, and maybe we'll put it at the end of the video.
The Homer Simpson.
And we'll put it at the end of this video.
With that said, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. And again, can't thank you guys enough. We're almost at 3,000 subs. I think we're going to get there by the end of the week. I'm going to post this video up probably before Friday. So that we can get that jump on the crowd who's been subbing. And follow us on Rumble. Click that like button. If you don't have to, you don't have to sub, just leave a comment on the video. What do you guys think about the PS5 Pro? Are you guys going to buy it? Let
us know.
Yeah,
I'll read the comments.
We got one on the fence and one definitely no from over here. So, yeah, leave a comment and we'll definitely reply. As always, I'm Anthony and he's Chris. Yeah, check us out. And thank you guys for joining us. See you guys next week.
Could you explain your model, young man?
What's to explain? He's an idiot!
Pipe down!
Well, basically, I just copied the plant we have now.
Then
I added some fins to lower wind resistance, and this racing stripe here I feel is pretty sharp.
Agreed. First prize.
What? Way to go, Homer!
You're number one, Homer!